All right, we're live, Periscope, YouTube, and we are on Anchor, our podcasting app, so that you can listen to this podcast as an audio version as well as on video. So if you're driving in your car, you're going to sleep, and you want some like white noise in the background, and you want it to be the sound of my voice, you want me to sound so nice. I forgot to put a filter on this, which is really important. Hello, Jorge. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Thursday evening? There are so many filters on this app. Let's see. So we're talking about a dog. All right. Nope, that's not a dog. Is this a dog? Can this pass as a dog? Can this be a dog? I can't find another dog filter. This has to be the dog. Okay, so anyway, I have what looks like a dog filter right now because I'm Brooke Houts' dog. And there's a bunch of things that's been happening today. They're all kind of weird. Like, a bunch of weird things have been happening. First of all, there's the ongoing political tensions that are going on, which are genuinely making me nervous. Like, I'm feeling actually nervous and stressed out to the point where I want to cry and I have no idea. Thank you so much for the super chat, Joe. That's really cool. Thank you. Guys, by the way, if you haven't been aware of this already, my YouTube channel has been monetized. So if you want to support me, you can go in the super chats. And also, if you are on Anchor, which is the podcast that I'm recording on, the audio version of this, you can also support me on Anchor. So also, if you noticed, Churchill, you see Churchill right next to me? He also has a dog filter. Isn't that crazy? That's Winston Churchill. He has doggy ears. If you're listening to this in audio, you're totally missing out. This is amazing. He's got doggy ears. Never give in. Yeah. So this YouTuber lady, by the way, speaking of YouTube, my channel is growing really fast, and it's really thanks to you guys. It's crazy. I've never met anyone who's grown their channel this fast. And, like, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, it's because of you guys. I mean, it's because of the people who are watching these and hopefully enjoying them. But this is growing really fast. I've never seen, like, I've been talking to other YouTubers. They were all like, yeah, there's no way that you can do this. There's no way that you'll... Dustin, thanks for switching over to YouTube. There's no way that you're going to grow on a YouTube channel this fast. And even if you do get monetized, it won't be for a while. And I've already gotten monetized 4 months after starting it, which is crazy. But knowing what I know and having tried this, I know what I will do for my next channel. And the next, or if anyone ever wanted help with a YouTube channel, I would know how to do it because I tried this, and it's really great. It feels amazing. And I feel like a real YouTuber, like in the YouTube world now. So I saw this woman, YouTuber, Brooke Houts. She's on Twitter as @BROOKEHOUTS. And so that's what she is on Twitter. On YouTube, she does these videos. In one of her videos, she accidentally uploads a video, and because in one of her videos, like, she includes her dog in it, like a prank she did on her dog, but she edits that out, except that she also accidentally uploads the original version of the video with her abusing the dog. And this is how it goes. I'm gonna play it for you because I don't have, you know, I'm gonna play for you what I can see. You'll hear the audio.
What's up, everyone? It's your girl Brooke here today. For this video, I wanted to prank my dog.
So she's saying she's gonna prank her dog.
On the door, I'm gonna have him run out. We're just gonna see what he does. I don't know. Well, as you can tell.
Okay, so you can't see what's going on, but basically, she claims that she's gonna wrap her dog's. She's gonna use like a cling wrap to prank her dog, and then like when her dog comes over, she like hits the dog and like puts the dog down and like says get away, whatever. So it really looks like she's abusing her dog, and it's awful. She's like yelling at the dog, and you're just like, oh my god, what did this poor pup do to you? You're literally just abusing this dog on camera for no reason. Should she be punished for that? So there's a reason why she didn't upload the video. The video looks bad. It really looks like she's being abusive to her dog. But if you also notice in the video, a lot of it is an act. People will say that they're doing pranks. Most of the people I know, actually most of the pranksters on YouTube are fakesters. And they do it, it's acting. Most of the pranksters on YouTube, people who claim that they're doing, I've done it too. I literally have claimed, oh my gosh, my shirt. I have literally claimed that I'm eating food off the floor. By the way, spoiler alert, I'm so sorry if you thought, I've actually eaten food off the floor. I really have. But there was one time when I dropped food on the cement, okay? And I was like, all right, I'm eating it now. But it was like I dropped like a candy, like a jelly thing on the floor, and I was like, okay, I'm eating it now. But I took a picture of like a different candy that I was putting in my mouth. People do that all the time. They'll trick people on YouTube or social media into thinking that they've done something awful when they really haven't. And the reason they're saying that is because they want attention. I do really eat food from the floor. I'm not like saying this for attention. I actually really do. Like, I actually don't care. I'm trying to like strengthen my immune system and stuff. Oh, Churchill's ears are back. But she could have just been doing it to be inciting, like to be provocative. And people do that. They'll do pranks on YouTube to be provocative, to get attention. I honestly don't believe that she would have talked like that. First of all, her dog doesn't understand. Like, why would she, you know? But also, another thing, if you notice in the video, her dog is coming and licking her, and if her dog was afraid of her, it wouldn't be coming and like licking her and wanting to be there. You know what I mean? I personally don't think it was as... I can't believe that what was happening there was as bad as the video shows. And I have a feeling she made that video, okay, thinking this is gonna be a prank and it's gonna be whatever, and then she saw it and she's like, well, this actually looks mean, so then she edited it out. That's what I think happened. And then she accidentally uploads the unedited version on YouTube, kicking herself in the butt, and now there's a police investigation and going into her, and PETA and animal rights organizations are trying to get her banned from YouTube and get her, you know, the authorities to take action against her. She's in Los Angeles, so this is the LAPD, and everybody wants action taken against this girl. She's like 20, and let's see, how many YouTube subscribers does she have?
Before we even get...
She's still on YouTube, but I actually don't even see her YouTube channel. There's a petition on change.org, take down Brooke Houts' YouTube channel. I don't see it. Brooke Houts or Brooke Hoot. Isn't that funny that her name is Hoots? People are re-uploading the video of her abusing her dog. Like, the worst part of this, I think, is that she's normalizing people abusing their dogs. But I don't think that she was actually abusing her dog as much as she was showing that she was, if that makes sense. I don't believe that she was actually pranking her dog by like cling wrapping her dog. I don't think she was actually doing that, because a lot of YouTubers claim that they're pranking people or whatever, and they're not actually. But yeah, it's bad to encourage people to abuse their pets, because animals are vulnerable creatures. The fact that we are, you know, they're vulnerable creatures. They're bringing good into our lives. We're using them for whatever they're giving us, and we should in turn appreciate them and treat them with respect. It's bad enough that we're using other creatures to our benefit. And people are like, well, you know, that's how it is. That's how the world works. That's Darwin's law. Okay, everything is Darwin's law. Okay, someone coming and whipping your face in the street and kicking you and pulling out your organs and using them for to sell on the black market. That's Darwin's law. That's Darwin. You know, that's natural selection. They're coming and they're the predator and you're the prey. Okay, wow. You can't just dismiss treating other creatures badly as like, oh, well, they're here for that purpose. They're here for you to treat them badly. Okay, they're here for you to eat, but the fact that they're giving you the benefit of you eating them, I mean, that's a big deal. They're being sacrificed for you. The least you can do is treat them with respect. Okay? The least you can do to animals who are your pets, who are there not for themselves. The animals are not there for themselves. The animals are there to help you with your emotional needs or whatever. And so the least you can do is treat your animal with respect. Love them, take care of them. It's like having a it's like having like little slaves or whatever. It's not, if they're there for your purpose, and you're basically taking advantage of them, which is fine. Thank you for Snapchat, TRNSS. That's really cool. Chris, hey Chris. I'm really glad to see you on here. Chris says dogs are the best humans, mostly. Dogs are better than a lot of humans. A lot of real biological humans, a lot of, honestly, the past few days I've been seeing just humans acting like crazy animals. Literally, I'm seeing a lot of my friends having their home addresses being plastered on the internet. I'm seeing a lot of people calling for violence and inciting against people and actually coming out for blood and really, really acting like wild animals. Dogs are better. So, in the case of Brooke Houts, though, I really don't think she was actually abusing her dog in the way that she was trying to make it seem. She's trying to make it seem like she's pranking her dog. I don't think she was actually doing it, and if she was really a dog abuser, her dog wouldn't be coming over to her and licking her the whole time. Her dog would be afraid. I actually know a lady that abuses her dogs. Like, her dogs are afraid of her. Her dogs don't like to be near her, and they're always barking and freaked out. They're always like they're actually like violent dogs, but they're also like scared of her. Like, they're always in a corner. Someone is saying Blair White just got doxxed. I actually saw that tweet. Blair White and like so many people so many big public figures, and it's really scary because a lot of these people have families, they have kids. It's all in the name of like politics, but calling for violence or death against anybody is not okay. No matter what you think they are. You think someone is a Nazi, well, that's what you think. And it's up to the justice system to decide if they've done anything. Whatever. That's a whole different topic. But I don't think Brooke Houts. Chris has been doxxed. Chris says that he's been doxxed. This is Chris Lash. I mean, very, very big public figure. I'm like really honored that he's watching this live stream. And he's the husband of Dana Lash. She has been, and she's done a lot of work for the pro-liberty community. She's done a lot of work, and their family has been getting doxxed a lot. It's insane. People who are doing good in the world, just because some online person decided that, I don't like your views, or I don't like whatever it is, I don't like whatever it is that you're doing. It's kind of like mob mentality, and it just becomes like a domino effect. And I'm seeing this with a lot of and there are a lot of fans of Chris and Dana on here, which is cool. But I'm constantly seeing this with a lot of my friends, that they'll they're people. People are humans. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, and this is like another thing. Even if I don't like you, I'm not going to support anyone coming after you, coming after your livelihood, coming after your coming to kill you. Like, that's what I'm seeing right now on the internet. High profile people in the media, mainstream media figures are endorsing people going after so high profile people on the left specifically. And I'm just going to say it like this because it is really mostly people on the left who are doing this. High profile people on the left who are targeting people on the right whose views they don't like or whatever, and endorsing, like, encouraging people to go after these people. Literally endorsing the idea of, like, death threats, of going and murdering people that they don't like, Trump supporters, going and murdering Trump supporters. No matter how much I hate you or hate your views or whatever, I'm not gonna go and, like, support you getting hurt or killed. And you're gonna say it's because Trump supporters are Nazis? Like, who's the one beating the shit out of other people? It's not the people you're calling Nazis. Who's the one calling for violence and death against other people, against you? It's not the people you're calling Nazis. It's just really sad to watch all this stuff. And kind of loosely related, Ariana Grande tonight, in one of her concerts, Ariana Grande, like, I don't know what happened. She said something or did something that a fan didn't like, and the fan, was, like, responding on Twitter to her. Fan is, like, criticizing her on Twitter. And then she, like, lashes out against a fan. Like, well, that's a false rumor. The fan apparently lied about something, and she's like, well, that's a false rumor. Why do you guys keep making things up? Whatever. And, okay, that was like a human response. Ariana Grande, she's basically a child. She's immature. She says immature things. But now there's this whole campaign online to cancel Ariana Grande because she blew up at a fan. Like, come on, guys. This is people are just looking for a villain. They're looking for someone to just, like, people are bored. They're looking for someone to go and, like, crucify. And it's like a mob mentality. And until now, it's been mostly people on the left, I think, who have been engaging in this sort of mob mentality, because the left tends to be more mainstream, especially in this generation. So the mob mentality is mostly being directed at the right, but I think it can become part of anyone's movement, as long as you're not thinking for yourself and you're just part of some sort of groupthink mentality. You are susceptible to joining the mob. Felix says, I feel sorry for Ariana. What happened to her at the Manchester concert was so sad. It must be hard to have fans die at your own concert and watch helplessly. Yeah, it was Ariana Grande. It also happened at Jason Aldean concert. I'm a huge Jason Aldean fan. And at the Mandalay Bay shooting, that was scary too. I can't imagine having, like, an event that's mine and then having people being shot for coming and supporting me. Yeah. So it really, I really get afraid for my friends. I get afraid for my friends and for people in the media who are really just doing their jobs. They're trying to be good people. They're doing their jobs. They're trying to make the world a better place. And they're literally having to fear for their lives. A lot of these people, they're not like waging war against anyone. They're literally just doing their jobs. And I'm speaking in a lot of code because I'm not bringing up a lot of people's names. Yeah. So we saw Chris on here, which is really cool. A lot of people's names I'm not going to mention, but yep. I really hope that it doesn't get worse, but I think it probably will get worse, but I also hope that it doesn't get worse and we'll all be fine, and that I'm not on some list somewhere of people to be targeted because I'm affiliated with this person or that person that the media hates. Because I'm affiliated with a lot of people the media hates. Like, a lot of my really close friends are on hit lists. People want to kill them. That makes me scared. Not necessarily for myself, but, but yeah, it will probably get worse, yeah. So, Brooke Houts issues an apology. I know we keep going back to Houts because that's what this is about. She apologizes for her video that she accidentally uploaded. It says, to everyone who has been, by the way, like, I also don't think I don't think everybody actually believes this woman has been abusing her dog. I think really people just want a villain. They really just want someone to go after. She says, to everyone who has been commenting on my social media as of recently, anything I say isn't going to make those who believe I'm a bad person stop believing that. And I'm aware of this. I apologize to anyone who has been affected negatively by the footage. Sorry. First off, I want to address the uncut footage. On the day in particular that the video was filmed, and actually this past week, things in my outside life have been less than exceptional. I'm not going to play the victim card or anything of that sort, but I do want to point out that I'm rarely as upset as what shown in the footage. The bubbly, happy-go-lucky Brooke that you often see in my videos is typically an accurate representation of me, but it's obvious that I am playing up my mood in this video when I'm clearly actually frustrated. That being said, this does not justify me yelling at the dog in the way that I did, and I'm fully aware of that. Should I have gotten angry as I did in the video? No. Should I have raised my voice and yelled at him? No. However, when my 17-pound Doberman is jumping up in my face with his mouth open, I do, as a dog parent, have to show him that his behavior is unacceptable. But I want to make it known, regardless of what my dog does. I should not have acted that way towards him. I want to clarify that I am not a dog abuser or animal abuser in any way, shape, or form. Anyone who has witnessed or heard true animal abuse will be able to see that. We'll be able to clearly see that. Okay, you know what? Guys, disavow everything that I've said until now with relation to Brooke Houts. I think Brooke Houts is an animal abuser. I think Brooke Houts is abusing her dog. Oh my gosh, I literally just read this for the first time. I think Brooke Houts is abusing her dog. Read her apology. She is literally blaming her dog for like being in her face. She's like, well, you know, it's the dog's fault. Oh my gosh, Brooke Houts is an animal abuser. Disavow everything that I said until now. She's literally like, well, I had a bad day. First of all, I thought she was doing that as a joke. I thought she was making it up and she wasn't really pranking. What? She's totally not prank. She was serious. She is serious, and she says it in the apology made it worse. I literally thought she was joking and that she was being lighthearted, and she actually does love her dog and whatever. Reading her apology, I'm just like, what? She's actually a dog abuser. According to this apology, she admits that this was real. It wasn't a prank. She really, really, really was frustrated that day, and she really was taking out her real frustrations on the dog. It wasn't acting. She also blames the dog. She blames the dog for being in her way. And then she claims that she's a dog parent and she has to discipline her dog as a parent. And then she claims, my family and I are in the process of getting him training, and that it's very expensive. So now she's not only blaming the dog, but she's blaming, she's accusing the dog of being very expensive for her, very costly, because she has to get very expensive training for her dog. Oh my gosh, what an awful dog owner. Guys, someone steal her dog. She says, anyone who knows me personally knows that I have an immense love for animals, including my own. I would never do anything to purposely, physically, or mentally harm any animal. Again, I should not have yelled at him or have been as physically aggressive as I was, and I am fully aware of that. He was not hurt, nor has he ever been purposely hurt by me, purposely. I know I'll be in many future situations where he's being physical, but I will not respond this way again. Physical? He was literally just coming over to lick her face. That's what every single dog does. Every single dog comes over to lick your face. That's what dogs do. If you're a dog owner, if you're gonna have a dog, you should be cool with that. If you don't want if you don't want a dog, first of all, she's like sitting on her floor or something. Like, of course her dog is there, gonna come and lick her while she's there. If you're not okay with a dog coming over and like licking your face, don't have a dog. Go put the dog in a different room. The dog is not like doing anything bad. But yeah, as Diacritical says, the dog looked fine. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be, but like, it got a lot worse. It got a lot worse after this apology. Actually, this apology makes it worse, because she's literally blaming her dog. And it's not like, oh, the dog was being annoying and I was being annoyed. It was like, this dog is... Let me read you what she says. He sticks to me like Velcro if he's in the presence of another dog, even a little Chihuahua. I just can't see him getting what he needs from a group training environment. That being said, okay, one second. and she says the training is very expensive. She says she didn't spit on her dog, which she's right. She actually didn't spit on her dog. Guys, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you, Paul. This is really cool, by the way. This is like really, like, I'm excited to do this full time, is all I'm gonna say. Speaking of other YouTubers, so she's right, she didn't actually spit on her dog. She did get angry. He goes, when my 75-pound Doberman is jumping up in my face with his mouth open, I do, as a dog parent, have to show him that this behavior is unacceptable. I mean, the dog wasn't like coming to bite her. He was literally coming to lick her. I'm just gonna say, like, when I saw the video, I thought she was joking, and I literally was just defending her, but after reading her apology, I'm just like, she actually did abuse her dog. And she was not in control of herself during that time. Should she be punished? I don't think she should be punished. Like, I don't think it's bad enough that the police should come after her, or that, like, she should be reprimanded by, like, I mean, it's public, it's a public video, so yeah, sure, she should be shamed, but, like, I don't think she should have disciplinary action taken against her. That's going overboard. Up Yours says, I disagree, he was looking to snap at something. You probably know more than I do, because I actually don't have a dog. My family had a dog for like a very brief time, because my uncle found a stray dog that was actually like abused or something, because the dog was like very, he was like a very traumatized dog. And this dog actually did get in fights and was a biting dog. This is my family, by the way, when I was a little younger, and we had me and all of my siblings at home. Big family, we're all at home, and then my uncle finds a stray dog and is like, I don't know what to do with this dog. My apartment is too small, so I'm just gonna leave him with you guys. And so he leaves this dog with us. It was like a little dog, it was like a puppy, but like very scared, traumatized. He would like sit in the corner and cry. And then if you touched him and he didn't know you or trust you, he would like literally try and bite you, but he was a little puppy, so it was fine. But he would literally like bite people. So like, I get it. Some dogs are aggressive. And this dog that we had, like, he was only with us for a short time because we ended up finding like a family for him. But there is a way to like handle an aggressive dog. He did actually trust some members of my family. He didn't trust my youngest sister because she was a baby, and she and him would get in fights over like attention. So if like she was sitting on my lap, the dog would literally come and like push her off my lap. And if she tried to fight back with him, which she would because she was a baby, she would stick his hand in his face, and then he would try and bite her. So it was not working out. But he was fine with some other members of my family. Like, he was great with my mom because he trusted her and she would give him food. And so there is a way to deal with like an aggressive dog that doesn't involve like beating the dog. All right. So that's Brooke Houts. Don't punish Brooke Houts. That's not fair. She's 20 and she's not like wounding her dog. She's just being like kind of mean, but she's not wounding her dog or anything. So don't punish Brooke Houts. And I think her dog's gonna be fine. Third topic. So, I mean, this isn't like a real thing, but if you guys are on Twitter and you're watching like YouTubers fighting with each other, there's this guy called, and he's actually like a musician, this guy Ronnie Radke. Radke, Radke, is having a fight with this guy, Elijah Daniels, who's also like an artist, producer, musician. And they're getting in this like weird beef on Twitter, and it keeps getting more and more heated. He is attacking this guy for being gay, and the comments, the tweets are just insane. He's like, I'm gonna scare the effing AIDS out of you, and you be apologizing. This, I actually don't even want to read them because I feel like this video is gonna get demonetized, and that's what happens when you like curse or anything in your YouTube videos. By the way, that's like the most annoying thing about YouTube. Like I'm like really enjoying this. I love YouTube, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on YouTube. I actually do love this whole thing. But it's so annoying when just one word can get you demonetized. Just saying like the word SHOOTING. Did I say that word? Because if I did, I can get demonetized for it. Or like RAPE, or like FUCK. You can't say, there's so many things you can't say or you'll get demonetized. Up Yours says, that's pretty bad. Your parents should have intervened. Yeah, with the dog that we had that would fight with my little sister. Yeah, so we gave him away. We had him adopted by a really nice family, older family, like, you know, 2 grown-up daughters, and they took really good care of him. But and he grew to be really big. Like, he was a puppy when we had him, so he was like a little dog. Kind of like scrawny black dog, but he grew to be huge. And this is, and my sister was fine. We would watch them. He would really try to bite my sister because he didn't like, and I actually thought it was like, in a weird twisted way, I kind of liked it because like my sister, because like they would fight for my attention. So my sister would be sitting on my lap and he'd be like, no, I want to sit on her lap. And then he'd be sitting on my lap, my sister would be like, no, I want to be sitting on her lap. But no, they didn't hurt each other in the end. Like, you know, we were pretty good about watching them to make sure it was fine. And he was out of there in a very quick time. And then we would go and visit him with his new family. We'd go and visit sometimes. So that was cool. Everybody was happy. And my uncle, like, we just never heard from him again. He just drops off the stray dog and he's like, bye. And we're just like, what? And my mom was like, my mom did not want to keep the dog. My mom, she's like, no way. I'm not keeping the dog. And we're like, no, we want to keep him. And my mom's like, okay, we can keep the dog if you take care of him. You take him out for walks. You give him food. You clean up his poop. Not me. And we're like, yeah, of course we will. And of course, my mom ends up being the only person taking care of the dog. So she's like, ugh. But then she grew really attached to the dog. And when we gave him away, my mom was the one crying the most. It was so sad. And she's like, I'm never adopting a dog ever again. It is really sad. I mean, you just like bond with a dog so quickly, but their lifespans are a lot shorter than ours, so there's like the looming death. Felix is asking what the dog's name was. His name was Blackie, and I know that's really unoriginal because he was black and we didn't know like what his name actually was because he was from the streets and he was just, I don't know. My parents are just really unoriginal. They're just like, oh, he's black. Blackie. So we just called him Blackie. Yeah, emotions are weird. I'm gonna do a live stream about emotions because I've been dealing with a lot of emotions, and if in case you're wondering why are you dealing with so many emotions, I have no reason. Maybe it's because I'm a woman and I've got like racing hormones. Maybe it's because I don't know, I'm like, you know, in a weird just figuring out life stage. I don't know, but I'm just getting emotional over little things. Like I'm watching a movie and this what was happening in the movie? It was like this couple was breaking up or something, and I literally just start crying. Why am I crying for some random movie that about something that isn't even so sad? So I think that we should definitely do a live stream about our emotions, because why are you laughing? This country could definitely use a lot of like emotional assistance. And last but not least, Joe Biden. Biden was caught on camera giving a speech. He was giving like a public policy speech about like a campaign speech, speaking to like the Asian and Latino coalition PAC. So he's speaking to a group of like minorities, trying to win favor with them, and in his speech he accidentally insults non-white people. So he goes, all right, let's see what he says. Joe Biden. Ah. All right. He goes, he's basically trying to say like, you know, we have to help poor kids, and there's no reason poor kids shouldn't be treated as smart and talented as rich kids. But instead of saying rich kids, he says poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Instead of saying poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as rich kids, he goes, poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Are you kidding me? He literally just implied that white kids are more talented and brighter than non-white kids. That's racist. It was probably a slip-up, but still. I mean, there's, a reason behind every slip-up. He just implied that white kids are the rich kids and poor kids are the non-white kids, and non-white kids who are poor kids are not likely as bright and talented as the white kids who are the rich kids. Damn! This is the worst, cringiest thing ever. He should not be running for office. He actually probably would have had a chance if he ran in 2020. Sorry, in 2016. He would have had a chance if he ran in 2016. Because then it would be him versus Hillary, and he would have definitely won against Hillary. Definitely. Like, no question. He was much more popular that year. They ran polls asking people, like, if he ran, would they vote for him? Everybody would have voted, everybody on the left would have voted for Biden, and maybe even some people on the right. Biden was very popular in 2016. And then when he saw that, and when people saw that Hillary lost, and like, oh, Biden should have ran, and he would have stopped Trump, whatever, now he's running, and now he's just making a total fool out of himself. Not only is he not gonna win, he's gonna make Trump win. I mean, Trump is already winning. Trump is already gonna win, but he's just helping Trump win. So they're basically just digging themselves in this hole, and it's really cringy to watch. All right. Questions, children. I'm not gonna lie, this is like this is really new to me. Like, I've been doing these live streams every night now for the past a little over 4 months. I mean, basically 4 months on the dot. I've been doing these live streams for the past 4 months, and it's constantly like a learning thing. Every night is better than every night is a learning night. Everything that I've been doing, from like figuring out this app, figuring out that there's a filter on this app, figuring out how to connect to YouTube and Periscope and everything at the same time. I have to connect Twitch. We're not connected on Twitch. You know, learning how to use Anchor, recording this on Anchor and different podcasts, Spotify. All these little things are totally new for me, and every night I'm constantly learning more. But there hasn't been a bigger change for me emotionally than getting my channel monetized. Like, it's just a totally different ballgame right now, and I can't explain it to you. It feels totally different because now it's like, well, I'm not just sitting here and like having my diary and talking to you guys and communicating with people online. It's like I'm here and talking, and there's a monetary aspect to it. So there's like, it's not like, oh, you're just gonna gain and lose followers. It's like, oh, you're gonna gain and lose money. And it just feels very different. And I know it's a good sign. It means that, like, you know, we're building something, but it's also scary. Okay. Someone is commenting about my live streams about walking around DC. Would you like more live streams walking around DC? I actually do those. Those are not planned at all. Like, if you've seen my live streams of me walking around DC, those are not planned. Those are just like, I was walking, I was passing by something, and then something crazy happened. That's literally how it is in DC. Something crazy happens and I just catch it on camera. When I saw Felix in London, when I ran into him on the street, I was there filming the Tommy Robinson trial. I was actually there on purpose, but you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. It's not staged. Those live streams are totally organic. Like, you're there. It's not scripted. You're basically just catching things happen as they're happening. And the only thing that I regret not having caught in that court case, like right after the court hearing, was a bunch of people attacking a BBC reporter physically, like a mob physically attacking a BBC reporter and saying, like, shame on BBC. That I did not catch. It was like right after I turned off my camera to go inside a coffee shop and get myself like a warm milk or something because it was cold outside. And then I come right back in and I come back out and I see this happening and I missed it. All right. Felix says, how did your parents end up Haredi if they were from Iran? You mentioned Yiddish being spoken at your seminary. And I was confused. Sorry, too personal. It's not personal at all. So my parents did come from Iran, and the schools that I grew up in did have a lot of Yiddish speakers, and in fact my teacher spoke Yiddish in my seminary, a lot of them. And in high school, we were taught Yiddish as part of the curriculum. So it works. I mean, my parents, both of them, were actually adopted by Yiddish-speaking families when they left Iran. They were smuggled out of Iran right after the Islamic Revolution happened, and they were not really adopted, but kind of like foster, taken in as, by people, basically, taken in by people as their way in Austria. So that's where they lived until they got their visas to come to the United States. Because there were sanctions on Iran back then also. Like, it was, they couldn't go straight from Iran to the United States. They had to live in somewhere in Europe and then get their visas, apply for their visas from Europe. So my parents were in Austria, and there were Haredi Jews in Austria. They were Hasidic, and they spoke Yiddish. So my parents were already kind of used to that. They got to the United States. They wanted to be very religious, the most religious possible, and they decided to join a Haredi community. And a lot of their family members were doing it too, like my dad's family members, not my mom's family members. A lot of my dad's family members, you know, a lot of people from Iran weren't like that in Iran. They became religious afterwards, like when they left Iran, because those were the kind of communities that were helping them out as refugees. They were refugees, and they were being helped by Haredi communities, by Haredi families. So that's how they adopted that sort of ideology. Okay, any other questions? Diacritical is asking me in Yiddish if I speak Yiddish. Just a bissel. A little bit. Diacritical says, will you want your kids to have pets? I mean, the typical answer is like, as long as I don't take care of it, but there's no such thing as the parents not taking care of it. I mean, it always ends up being the parent. The kids are always like, oh, I'll take care of the pet. I want a pet so badly, I'll take care of it. And then the parents are always the ones left with the animals when the parents are always the ones left with the pets at home. Anyway, see you all tomorrow night, Friday night. Definitely subscribe my YouTube channel, like this video. If you're on Anchor, definitely go and check out YouTube, because it's all the fun things are happening on YouTube. And see you guys later.